Glad the first part's over. That witness was quite a character.
Yep.
Really was.
And sorry I took a minute there, guys. I didn't feel very good for a second, but we kept going, so I'm better now. Alright. I bet he'd love to be one in a crime drama. He'd end up making it a comedy, though. Oh, Johnny smiles.
Hi! Johnny Smiles is sad.
I'd hate it if poor Espella was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. I know. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get Espella a not guilty verdict.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I hope that cheered Espella up a bit. She's not happy. Ah, I forgot about Dark Law.
Uh-oh. She's reading my newspaper.
Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased.
Huh? Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright.
Thank you?
But while I understand your drive to win this case...
My drive?
This is not the time for your personal ambitions.
I don't...
I told you before, didn't I? That Espella is pleading guilty, and that you should accept the proposed punishment.
What is the punishment, anyway?
I don't know, like juvenile detention or something. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police. It's already done. But Miss Darklaw, Espella could be innocent. Believe me, it would be in Espella's best interest if you end the trial as soon as possible.
Something seems fishy.
The more this trial drags on, the more dramatic it is for this poor girl. Poor and more.
The more and more. I'm sorry?
That's right. How dare you try to help an innocent girl?
She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really?
In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of this case. So, if you could please refrain from picking any meaningless details such as that toy. Get this trial over with quickly. And this is your client's wish, Mr. Wright.
I understand. I'll do my best.
It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Espella.
She's mean!
Yes, Mrs. Darklaw.
Like you're hypnotized.
I know. She seems really evil. What the heck was that about? We've been busting our butts in there, trying to prove that Espella's innocent, and now she expects us to give up now?
Why are you yelling at me, Maya?
She likes to yell at Nick.
But when you think about it, Darklaw is acting very strange.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Her own pupils on trial? And she just stands around reading other people's newspapers?
Yeah, what's she so busy reading about anyway? There's nothing about Espella in that paper. Was she checking the soccer scores or something? Newspaper added to the court record. Maya's newspaper. The front page article is about a jewel thief in London.
Ooh, jewel thieves. That's exciting.
The break is almost over. We'd better go back. Flinch looked really confident about this new witness.
Uh-oh.
I'm Espella's defense attorney. I'll stand by her no matter what, voices in my head.
But what about Miss Darklaw? Aren't you afraid of her? Ace?
Objection!
I'm afraid of her. She's scary.
Only her fashion sense is scary.
That's right. Actually, you can do whatever you want. You're an attorney. She's just a school teacher.
That's right.
You got this, Nick.
The court will now reconvene. A prosecution. Is your witness ready?
Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in. Okay, I guess this will be me. I don't know.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Oh, I think
My
this
name is Olivia Aldente.
French or Italian or something.
The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew.
Did she have a weapon in court?
She's got a knife!
And stew that soothes the
Bailiff!
hearts of sailors brave in the raging waters.
She kissed her knife.
Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro
She's Sicilian.
mare.
Could I ever do this in court if I'm a material witness?
No. Yes, Miss Aldente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened.
A cook! That's interesting attire you're wearing, Miss Aldente. Aldente.
This is my work outfit. It gets very hot in the kitchen, you know.
He just nods.
It will be a pleasant change after that
Chocoholic.
chocoholic god you got up my nose.
Nice to see the judge is remaining impartial.
Miss Aldente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies.
She found Espella? That would make her the crew member that Johnny saw fighting with Espella.
That is right, Mr. Wright. Miss Aldente was the first person to discover the intruder.
Then she is the victim of the assault, hit with a steel pipe. How cruel.
If only I'd had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time.
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh. I'd have shown her my exceptional cutting skills. Nick, look at that. She's an expert potato peeler. You'd better watch out around her with that knife.
I'll keep that in mind.
Why is she allowed to have a knife in the courtroom?
Witness, order in the court. We'll now hear your testimony. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold.
Sound like Bane, an old Bane.
Certamente, gladly.
Isn't it Serto Amonto?
I have no idea.
Whatever.
Trying.
Witness testimony!
I'm not Sicilian, so.
When I found the girl.
You should never mess with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Or potatoes.
Yeah. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. And I found that girl idling and clutching one of them bizarro toys.
That'd be iding.
Hiding. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe. She is short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but it hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes.
According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head. Is that correct?
Ah, that. It's covered by the chef at... so you cannot see it now. Okay, it's covered by her hat. I was like, what did she say? But then I chop up veggies. It hurts in the rhythm of the strikes. Chop, ow, chop, ow, chop, ouch.
What?
I added the ouch.
Okay.
That sounds most terrible, Miss Aldente.
It should have been more careful. I should have been. But she looked like a piccola girl. A little girl. Olivia is much taller than Espella.
Yeah, Espella's about the same size as you.
I may be short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present... You go, Maya. The decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt.
Huh?
This is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe. Okay, I'm guessing this is going to be important.
Probably.
As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant. So, it's already decided, Mr. Wright. You don't have to do anything.
I need to bob my head. Well, that settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence.
What? The fingerprints on the weapon are Ispella's.
Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints.
This photograph shall be added to the evidence. You're done, American lawyer.
Oh, no, Ispella's.
Drop back.
Fingerprint
take
photo
that point.
added. Okay.
Yeah, totally added.
Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Further examination is but a waste of time! Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Ispella.
We're pleading that Ispella's not guilty. And if she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All we need to do is expose that lie.
Yeah! You go. Let's do it.
I've got to think straight and focus on finding the truth.
The defense may cross-examine the witness now. This should be entertaining. Are you not entertained, chat?
Cross-examination!
Oh, yeah.
When I found the girl.
I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m.
You had to check the supplies at the late hour? It must have been tough being a cook.
Know the saying, a thirsty sailor will drink the old Mediterranean Sea. That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie.
Is she making those sayings up?
Yeah, I've never heard that saying before. The incident occurred around 10:20 p.m. when Smiles was doing the rounds.
I see. Understood. And what happened in the cargo hold?
And I found that girl idling and clutching one of those bizarro toys. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe. I forgot to press this one. Hold it! There.
And this bizarre toy she was holding was none other than...
PC Badger, was it? The girl held it in a tight grip, like a sea hawk holds its prey.
Are you certain it was the defendant?
It was kind of dark in the room, but I swear on Neptune it was her.
It was her.
The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant. Even if the room was poorly lit, there is no doubt she would recognize her assailant. Ispella was holding PC Badger.
Whoops, sorry.
It's alright.
So...
Did she intend to steal it?
Whoops.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to
were
figure out what we're doing.
We were having XSplit problems. Sorry, guys.
What did the witness do upon discovering
No,
it?
that's not a witness.
Fine.
No, do not steal from Sir Conrad. What did the witness do upon discovering the intruder? Yes.
She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her, but she grabbed a pipe. I don't know if I think I'll do it.
It's fine. The defendant tried to escape.
She had nowhere to run though, because she was at the far end of the room. I'm really good at catching chickens that try to run from my knife, so I caught her rapidamente.
I have no idea how to say that.
And when you caught her, things took a violent turn. Yeah, she was so small, you know. You wouldn't think she had it in her. There was a steel pipe propped against the wall, right next to her.
Was it the pipe from this picture?
She picked it up and held it in both hands, and then... She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me, and I tried to dodge!
Hold it!
Alright, present.
Yeah, let's do present.
Let's try it.
Let's try that.
Let's try that. Oh,
The
wait.
photo. The photo of the pipe.
The pipe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, so let's present that. Objection! Good job, Kevin. Hopefully it's...
You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
The defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe. However, there is a contradiction here.
Gasp! A contradiction? Impossible!
That is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain.
Good job, Luke! Alright, fine. You know more about Ace Attorney than me.
That's right!
Yeah, you do. You heard it here live. He knows more.
What in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the testimony?
Alright, I can't see the small print. Let me read.
The existence, or the position, or the location. I think the position of the fingerprints contradicts it. Because look how someone would have to be holding that pipe upside down. And you wouldn't be able to hit them. You'd be hitting them in the chin with the pipe.
Right.
She had to hit her on the back of the head with the pipe. I think it's the position, but what do you think? I think it's a position.
Let's try it. Yeah, it'd be the position. Possibly. It's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor.
I hope you're right, Ace.
Oh, the position.
According to the witness testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
That is precisely what she did.
And then she struck from above. But here's the problem.
What?
Think about it. The fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that.
What are you getting at, Mr. Wright?
What are you getting at?
Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers.
Ha! Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
Now, take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe.
Oh, the thumb is below.
Goodness! The thumb, it's below the other fingers.
Gasp! What?
I love your flinch. That's right. Miss Aldente.
What? What is it?
Had the defendant attacked you as you described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means...
Sorry.
Whoops! I'm sorry, I dropped...
3DS!
I just dropped the 3S. Something's not right with your testimony!
Ah! Ah! Ooh, grumble, grumble.
First try.
Order.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Good job, Kwings! Yes! Wow, you did it with no hints at all.
These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence.
Oops.
How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
Ah! No!
Miss Aldente, what do you have to say about this?
La 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 la.
Excuse me, Miss Aldente?
No. Out to bring up the full sweetness of a sweet potato?
Huh?
You use a pinch of salt. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
I'm not following.
I think she's lost it. I remember it now. It was the other way round, not as you expected.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I got a bit confused. You'd normally hold a pipe like that. But she's so small, and the pipe is heavy, and she must have held it the other way around.
The other way?
Not like this. Like, she held it in this way.
Objection. But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia, sorry, okay?
You lied! Perjury! How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you?
If she's lying. Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if she held it one way or the other? You wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato, because it still is a sweet potato no matter how much salt you add to it.
That is true about the potatoes.
The witness is probably has a point about the potatoes, doesn't she, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
So the defendant attacked the witness, holding the pipe backhanded. Seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose.
No, it doesn't.
No! That's stupid!
Indeed, it does, Your Honor. It makes perfect sense. There is no problem with this evidence after all.
Lies!
Does the defense agree?
What should we do, Ace?
If I agree, there are no problems with this evidence. We'll be one step away from losing this case.
Uh-oh.
There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony. Could Isabella have hit Olivia holding the pipe backwards? The answer is...
Stay put and just go with it, or prove that there is a contradiction.
Prove that there's a contradiction!
Yeah. I love how he's
Hell,
saying
Miss Aldente, I'm afraid that... You're in a pickle now.
I don't really see why.
Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness.
It would seem the defense is prepared to prove its claim.
I like that
There's a contradiction in this witness testimony.
Oh, she looks scared.
Correct, Your Honor. I won't know until I try. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. This is getting intense.
The defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradiction in the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is...
Something about hand position.
Maybe...
The-
Can we try a hint?
I think I have an idea. I think it might be this.
What?
The security torch, but I'll do a hint.
Yeah,
Because that has his fingerprints on it. There's a hint coin. Okay, so it's one of these three things. Jewel thief, light injury, back laceration to the head. Oh, maybe we should do that. Because laceration to their back of their head.
Oh, right. The medical thing.
How could she hit it in the front of the head or in the back of the head if she's too short? If she's not tall enough to go over her head?
Exactly. Is the medical thing like one of the...
Yeah, that's one of the things you can present it. I'll present it.
Okay. Miss Aldente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wound you received in the assault. Is that correct?
It's normal for senorinas to cover up things they don't want others to see.
That's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall. Gotcha.
Oh, this is getting good.
That is to say, Miss Cantabella is at the very least shorter than you. Okay, that knife is freaky.
Yeah. I've grown tall and eat healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine. The question.
Let me ask you then. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head?
Whoa.
I'd say it's impossible. The fingerprints on the weapon show that the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't, it is highly unlikely that she would be able to hit Miss Aldente's head like that!
Whoa! Whoa!
Game, set, and match!
Order in the court! Order! I will have order! What is the defense getting at?
Even if it was highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible! Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on the pipe, Your Honor, after all. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held that weapon.
Ugh.
That is so. Does the defense have any comments?
I can't deny that. It's clear that Espella did hold that pipe.
Oh great, Maya's got one now. She held it like this, right? Why would she do that? This would be really hard to hit anyone like this.
Ha! When she holds it like that, it looks as if...
The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection.
It looks
Valid...
validity. It looks as if she's protecting herself like that.
Yeah.
Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection!
The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe, however, that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
Nonsense! What else? Why else would she pick up the steel pipe for?
Whatever.
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea.
What?
Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea.
What I say next will turn this trial around. The defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she... what are the choices?
Attacked Miss Aldente, reached for another weapon, or tried to defend herself.
Tried to defend herself.
All right, we'll go with that. Let's
That
try
was a
it.
defensive stance. Well, naturally, she held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head.
Stopped it?
What? With both hands? That's right! Like this!
Please take another look at this photo. This game is so cool.
I know.
These are not the fingerprints of an assailant, but rather the fingerprints of a victim who was defending herself.
Gasp! Ah!
Which brings us to the conclusion
Uh-oh.
that Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness.
Whoa.
She was in fact a victim desperately trying to defend herself.
Well, this cannot be!
And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Aldente. It was you, wasn't it?
Whoa, this is getting intense.
Order! Order! I said out of order! Milkshake and fries. If I cannot have order, the court would be adjourned. Be quiet! All of you!
Oh my gosh. This is getting in. Uh-oh. Whoa. You just don't quit, do you? Ah! Oh my gosh.
Someone take bailiff! Remove the knife from her!
A lousy lawyer like you should get the job. Oh, how about I show you my knife up close? Oh my gosh. Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant. I'm sorry.
Sorry, our employee was just telling us that he got his Christmas stuff.
Oh, nice. Yay, Merry Christmas, K-bro. Late belated. There are no fingerprints other than the defendant's on the weapon.
no. Look at the witness's outfit. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints.
Whoa, you're right. Oh my gosh. Ah! You prickly sea urchin! But you cannot be sure she was wearing gloves that night.
Objection.
Whoa.
The witness has called this her work outfit. She must have been wearing it when she went to check on the supplies.
Oh yeah, 'cause she was working, so she
Correct.
would have worn
Yep.
it at work. You devious lawyer! Slippery as an eel! It was me because I had gloves on? As if it was only me wearing gloves. She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves. There was that guy! The guard! He was wearing gloves too!
The guard? Oh, that was the previous witness.
Oh, that's right! Gloves are part of the guard's uniform by regulation. See? That guard Johnny E was wearing gloves that night too.
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well.
Could Johnny be the culprit? No, that's impossible. Because the
impossible?
fingerprints on side the light.
Oh yeah,
His
you're
chocolate
right.
fingerprints.
Oh my gosh. It's impossible.
This is what happens when you come from a cop family. Johnny Smiles is not the culprit.
Oh, why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you say that?
No, I didn't.
That's right, he didn't actually say that.
However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all.
Amber needs a sip of her tea. I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor. And I have the proof.
You do?
Sorry. Fascinating. Let's see this quote proof. If you really have it.
Did you just snort?
I don't know. No.
Live, ladies and
No.
gentlemen.
Be quiet. Continue. Please enlighten us to why Smiles cannot be the culprit. Provide the proof.
The flashlight.
Oh yeah, because he had that stuff on his flashlight.
Yeah.
All right.
That would make
present.
sense, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what many call a free spirit.
Yeah, he is.
There is no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full
He
uniform.
wasn't wearing his uniform.
And this evidence proves that he did not wear gloves.
Oh yeah. What? Wait! Don't throw that filthy torch at me!
Will someone please wipe the chocolate off this evidence?
No. No, Your Honor. This chocolate is the evidence.
Whoa. What?
Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. Sorry state. And covered in his chocolatey fingerprints.
Oh, interesting. So him being irresponsible is helping him get off.
Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night.
You're right!
Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit.
What? That's ridiculous! It's too silly!
Not silly enough, lady.
Objection.
Try.
Your Honor, the defense was merely pointing out a possibility. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous.
Objection.
The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt.
Oh,
And
yes,
I have
those-
demonstrated that there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth by her strange behavior.
Yeah. At the very least, Aspella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal. That's right.
Huh? What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second?
Prosecutor Flint, explain to the court about this toy's new piece of evidence.
Ah, yes, this is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal that night.
One of its legs would appear to be missing. The poor thing.
Poor doll.
Poor doll.
This
yeah.
mishap befell PC Badger as the witness and the defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest.
So, this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Espella.
I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this new evidence.
Witness, your testimony.
All right, here we go again.
Oh,
Okay,
there
calm
she is.
down, lady.
She's angry now. Excuse me, witness, you have been asked to testify. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all those ridiculous accusations.
Okay, somebody take the knife away, please.
I'm just not used to this, to being called a liar. Yes, it's only natural.
No!
Don't worry about that at all. It's all that slimy attorney's fault, Ace.
Why? Why do I feel like an eel on a chopping board?
The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant.
Gladly. Oh, il nostro mare.
Huh?
I have no idea. I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it.
Whatever she said, I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court.